This evening, Roy B. Pat accuses former president of running a parallel economy. Jagdeo suggests the mall magnate was also a part of it. Another woman is allegedly murdered by her partner. Exxon Mobil says it's on to the next one. In the region, in Barbados, road renamed in honor of Banks beer stalwart. And internationally, New Zealand's Prime Minister gives birth to a baby girl.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Today is Thursday, June the 21st, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Another one of our nation's women has reportedly been murdered by her husband. Police are investigating the murder of 28-year-old Tavani Simmons, which occurred at about 11:20 last night. Simmons of 2nd Street, Limlayer Village, East Berbice Quarantine, was allegedly murdered by her reputed husband, 30-year-old farmer Imran Light. According to a witness, Light stabbed Simmons multiple times about her body and fled the scene. He was taken to Port Morant Hospital by relatives shortly afterward as he reportedly ingested a poisonous substance. Preliminary investigation revealed that the suspect went to Simmons' home to discuss a matter involving her brother, which allegedly occurred last Sunday when a heated argument ensued and the suspect whipped out a knife and fatally stabbed his victim in the presence of Simmons' mother. Owner of Giftland Mall, Roy B. Pat, claims that the previous administration had facilitated the existence of a parallel underground economy. Wendell Jeffrey has more in this report.
In an exclusive interview with Channel 2 Headline News yesterday, veteran investor Roy B. Pat suggested that the economy was doing better under the PPP government. The owner of the Giftland Mall was, however, clear in his reasons for making that comment. He said that the current government believes that a parallel economy was propping up the PPP government, and he agrees with them.
They firmly believe that the economy was being run on an artificial level, which it was, on the underground economy.
BPAT said that the Granger administration has been working to get the economy growing away from the dirty monies of the past, and so far they have been successful.
Their thing was to get the economy back to stability, and to a large extent they're successful. They've wiped away most of that illicit money that was floating the economy.
He said that now that they have cleaned up the money that is in the economy, businesses like his are suffering along with everyone else.
Now that they've done that, and businesses are really suffering, they need to do something to stimulate growth. All right, because it's not only the business people, but once the business people, then everything underneath suffers.
When asked about those who are currently investing large amounts of monies, particularly the Movie Town franchise, BPAT said this.
I really don't know enough about their business to proffer opinion about it. What I do know is this market. At this time, could this market take two malls within the vicinity of each other? It would be very tough.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Fresh on the heels of its most recent discovery, Exxon Mobil has announced that it's preparing to make a 9th discovery. Shamar Allen tells us more.
Immediately following ExxonMobil's most recent offshore discovery, the company announced that it has already identified a new target area for drilling. The drillship Sina Caron is now headed to Hammerhead 1, located 9 miles southwest of Liza 1. ExxonMobil is now accelerating exploration activity with an additional drill rig expected to arrive within the next few months. This would make 2 ships engage in exploration while another rig develops the Liza 1 field. ExxonMobil's 80% success rate in the Stabroek Block is almost unheard of in an industry that averaged 20 to 25%. The Stabroek Block currently holds proven reserve of 3.2 billion barrels and is anticipated to climb with the additional discoveries, including Ranger, where ExxonMobil will drill an additional well to establish its size. The 8 discoveries to date are Lisa, Payara, Lisa Deep, Snook, Turbat, Ranger, and Pakura. The Stabroek Block is 6.6 million acres and located approximately 120 miles offshore Guyana. Reporting for Headline News, Shamar Allen.
Thanks, Shamar. The government of former President Barbados Jagdeo has been accused of facilitating an underground parallel economy. But, according to the opposition leader, his accuser knows a bit too much about this economy to not be complicit in it. Here again is Wendell Jeffrey.
Yesterday, in an exclusive interview with Channel 2 Headline News, Giffland's Mall's owner said that under the PPP government, there was a parallel economy that was supported by illicit money.
They firmly believe that the economy was being run on an artificial level, which it was, on the underground economy.
Today, at his weekly press conference, Channel 2 Headline News asked the controversial former President Jagdeo for a comment on whether BPAT was correct in his assertion.
You should ask Mr. BPAT about whether he was part of that parallel economy.
The former president, who has been plagued by accusations that he encouraged drug dealers to thrive under his watch, said that BPAT seems to have quite a lot of knowledge on this matter. He questioned whether or not BPAT might have been a part of the illicit parallel economy.
He has a lot of knowledge about this parallel economy. Was he part of it? He might be speaking from first-hand knowledge. I can't dispute the gentleman.
The opposition leader then drew a parallel between the land deal with Giffland and Movie Tongue and suggested that there might be politics involved in the way Movie Tongue is being treated.
You talk about concessions. How come nobody is harassing us about the concessions given to Giffland? Because Moses is not going to cut the ribbon there.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, Roy BPAT expresses concerns over the state of the economy. And we bring you today's crime and punishment. But first, here's today's foreign currency exchange rates. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
The Big King you love just chickened out. Introducing the new Chicken Big King with 2 crispy chicken patties and our signature King sauce. The new Chicken Big King, now part of our Burger King favorites. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
You know, I'm tired telling you, stop thief electricity. Shh. Don't shush me. You're going to kill yourself and burn down people out. Stop it, telling you. Stop. This man don't hear you know. Hiya go. Look, I fed up with this stupidness, eh? I gonna fix this one here once and for all. Hello, GPL? Hey now, I got a big problem wrong here. They got this chap who continuing to do this. Alright, Skipper, you are under arrest for stealing the electricity.
How we gonna live now?
People, stealing electricity is dangerous to life and property, and it is also against the law.
Welcome back. A team from the Pan American Health Organization is currently assessing the mercury cleanup efforts at the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission Brick Dam Complex. The team, which is comprised of 2 industrial hygienists, 2 physicians, and a mining engineer, is conducting tests to determine if any traces of mercury remain at the complex. The team arrived on Wednesday and met with the Ministers of Natural Resources, Raphael Trotman, and Public Health Minister, Volda Lawrence, Minister within the Ministry of Social Protection, Keith Scott, and PAHO Country Representative, Dr. William Adu Crow, was also present. Minister Trotman explained that the Occupational Safety and Health Department within the Ministry of Social Protection had cleaned and certified the area is free of mercury. However, a third-party opinion is needed to approve the certification and provide guidance on the way forward. The majority of the team's focus will be done on June 21st and 22nd. A drone mercury vapor analyzer will be used to see if there are any more detectable levels of mercury at the facility. Continuing with Wendell Jeffrey's exclusive interview with the CEO of Giftland Mall, we found out that the billionaire expresses concerns over the current state of the economy.
I think it's retracting. It's not, there's no movement. There's just flat. They need to inject money in the economy. The private sector in this country are very conservative. I think just, they're not risk takers. They've been, I think, to a large extent trained by the banks here. The banks don't take risks. Nobody takes. Who does projects like these? Nobody. And let me say, we certainly wouldn't do a project like this again.
Roy B. Pat swears that he would not do a project like the Giftland Mall again. He said that since the government changed, the economy has contracted. The businessman added that now there is no funding for these kinds of projects.
If we knew what we had to deal with, because there's no funding for projects like these. So you build it, you put in all your money, you expect at the end of the day you can get a nice little mortgage, pay yourself back some, restock, continue doing business. Doesn't happen in a country like this.
The proprietor of Guyana's largest shopping mall suggested that the Granger administration should borrow a few $1 million from Exxon Mobil and invest it in massive infrastructural projects.
If I was me, I would take some advance money from Exxon, and maybe just $500 million US, and spend it on roads. I'd build roads from Mahaika to Mary, Mahaika to Letham, from Ogle to Letham, Ogle to Timeri, sorry, from somewhere by Cove and John to Mary. Every time you put a road, you open development, you open, opportunity, business, commerce, housing, and stuff. It simulates the economy. If you borrow money, and you pay back $100 million a year, which wouldn't feel anything, but that money would make a tremendous impact on the local, because people would have to buy things and it would simulate spending. And right now, everything's just flat.
However, he doubts that this administration will follow his advice, as these current leaders are very conservative.
They're also very conservative, the government. It's not their style to go and draw money down, but that's what they actually need to do.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Here are the cases heard today at the Georgetown Magistrates Court. On Thursday, 24-year-old Junior Robertson of Port Kaituma appeared before the Georgetown Magistrates Court to answer to a simple larceny charge. The charge alleges that between May 15th and 16th at Port Kaituma waterfront, Robertson stole 4 excavator bucket pins, 2 mining parts, and other items at a total value of $819,000. The items were the property of Neville Rodriguez. The defendant then allegedly removed the items from the businessman's store and sold them. Robertson denied the charge. The matter was reported after the items were discovered missing and some of the items were recovered. Junior Robertson was remanded to prison until June 27th. Also appearing before the courts today was 18-year-old Hilbert D'Souza of Port Kaituma Region 1. He was charged with breaking and entering. The charge alleges that between June 17th and 18th at Eclipse Falls, Northwest District, he broke and entered into the home of Diana David and stole several gold chains and $15,000 cash, all at a total value of $505,000. He denied the charge. He was released on bail, but the prosecution asked that conditions be applied to the bail. As such, Chief Magistrate Ann McLennan ordered that Hilbert reports to the Matthews Ridge Magistrates Court every month until the completion of his trial. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, road renamed in honor of Banks beer stalwart, and New Zealand's Prime Minister gives birth to a baby girl. But first, here's this week's bridge attraction schedule.
The Big King you love just chickened out. Introducing the new Chicken Big King with 2 crispy chicken patties and our signature king sauce. The new Chicken Big King, now part of our Burger King favorites. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL?
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
Welcome back. Now here's Bibi Backus with the regional and international headlines of the day.
A private road in Newtown, Barbados, has been renamed in honor of retired Banks Holdings Limited Managing Director Richard Kosher. The street on which 2 of the operational bases for BHL are located will now be called Richard Kosher Drive. The announcement was made nearly 1 year after Kosher announced his retirement from BHL after over 3 decades with the company. Garfield Sinclair has been appointed the new Chief Executive Officer of Bahamas Telecommunications Company. According to media reports in the Bahamas, his appointment becomes effective August 1, 2018. Sinclair currently serves as the President of the Caribbean Operations of Cable and Wireless Telecommunications, which is the controlling shareholder of BTC. It is partly government-owned and offers telephone, internet, and wireless services. And in international news, New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has given birth to her first child, making her the second elected leader in modern history to give birth while in office. The first being former Prime Minister of Pakistan, the late Benazir Bhutto. Prime Minister Ardern was admitted to a hospital in the city of Auckland early on Thursday morning, 4 days after her due date. The 37-year-old will take 6 weeks maternity leave and has now passed on her duties to Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters. However, she would continue to read cabinet papers during her time away. The healthy baby girl was born at 16:45 local time. Ardern later broke news of the birth on social media, saying she felt very lucky and thanking staff at the hospital. And finally, the parents of a 12-year-old girl who took her own life are suing the school district, Rockaway Township School District in New Jersey, accusing the girl's school of failing to prevent bullying. According to Diane and Seth Grossman, the administration of Copeland Middle School ignored the repeated complaints that their daughter was being targeted. The legal action says Mallory was sent a series of taunting messages from her peers, including ones that prompted her to kill herself. Filed on Tuesday, the lawsuit comes a little over a year after Mallory's death on the 14th of June 2017. For Channel 2 Headline News, Bibi Bacchus.
Here's the weather for the week. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Friday evening at 6 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.